welcome to the Trends in Futures Position Update. My name is Gary Kamen, and today, with all the economic news out, we are going to cover our stock indices positions. Last night, we did recommend liquidating our Russell 2000 mini position that we were in since September 20th. I'll also be covering our current positions in the Dow Mini, the S&P Mini, and the NASDAQ Mini, all March contracts. Today, the dollar is strengthening as weekly jobless claims declined, boosting U.S. outlook. Sales of previously owned U.S. homes jumped 12% in December, and the index of leading indicators exceeded forecasts, signs that the expansion is gaining momentum. Oil has fallen, and so are many of the markets today, on concerns China will boost interest rates yet again. Let's see what we're managing in our stock indices as of close last night. Last night, Trends in Futures recommending liquidating our long from September 20th, where we got in at 662.40, and we exited last night at 785.80. That's a recognizable profit of $12,340 per contract minus any commission and minus any slippage. We have a high of 808.20 in this market that we hit yesterday, and the market came down. So not only are we going to see profit taking, also out there today is that speculative concern that China is going to raise interest rates for the third time in the last few months. As you can see, ADX numbers have come down, so the trend got weaker. The market was correcting out of an overbought area, and we initiated this liquidation. Not a bad trade for 4 months to be managing. In the S&P market currently, we have a long that we took on November 18th that I've talked about before. As you can see, our open trade equity as of last night's close, which was right here, is $4,300 per contract. Our end of trend, which we're looking to get out at 1259.94 or a close below 1259.94 right there, would put us in a profit of $3,372. That would be the difference between here and coming down to here to get out of this market. Our second resistance is 1285.83. Our second support is 1260.33. Not too far from our end of trend number. Again, we got in back here. We had to ride out this sideways activity represented by ADX numbers going below 20 here. Once everything started coming up over 20, DI plus crossing DI minus, ADX numbers coming up, good signal to get long this market. MACD crossed, stochastics that were coming up, areas of overbought condition here, and we could see a correction very similar to what we saw here. So we'll see if we get stopped out in this area here and lock in at $3,372 in profit. Otherwise, if the market starts heading up again, we'll adjust our stops accordingly. Another good trade to be managing right now, and we'll go look at the NASDAQ. We went long the NASDAQ market on November 18th also at 2132.50 right in here. Our open trade equity as of last night's close, which is right here, which was at 2294.50. Our open trade equity as of last night's close is $3,240 per contract. Our end of trend number for Trends in Futures is 2260.16, which would reflect a profit of $2,553.20. Second resistance is at 2309.42. Second support's at 2253.42. Again, right in here is our end of trend, and there's our close. 52-week highs at 2346.50. Hit up here. This market could be correcting. It is in a strong uptrend with ADX numbers at 29. A very similar trade to the S&P, where we had to ride out this sideways activity. Again, reflective of ADX going below 20 here. DI plus cross DI minus. ADX started coming up, and you could have taken advantage of this trade. Again, good trade to be in. We like to be in these kind of trades where we're managing some nice profits, and that's what we aim to do with Trends in Futures. In the Dow, we actually went long on December 8th. Now, the reason we didn't go long on the 18th here is because Trends in Futures recommended a short position in here, and we missed getting long December 18th. But taking our long position on December 8th at 11,305, open trade equity as of close yesterday, which was 11,786, is $2,405. Again, these are all E-mini contracts. Our end of trend number is 11,600 with a profit of $1,475 per contract. Second resistance is at 11,844. Second support, 11,630. Again, close to our end of trend number by 30 points. 52-week high, 11,836, right in here. Here's at 11,600 number. And our close yesterday, 11,786, right in here. Again, there's a difference between yesterday's close and our end of trend number of what we'll be giving back in this trade, about $1,000. Very similar to both the NASDAQ and E-mini S&P. Here's our range. Here's ADX getting below 20. Crossover, moving up over 20 ADX, and the market takes off. MACD had a nice cross. Stochastics. Everything telling you the market's going to continue to rise. This is how you take out profits in these markets, and this is how you trend trade the indices. As a summary of our trades, our stock indices, open trade equity, and profits as of close January 19, 2011, that's last night. We have the Russell trade that we liquidated last night, or recognized profit of $12,340 minus commission or any slippage. Our S&P open trade equity as of last night's close, $4,300. Our end of trend would give us $3,372 in profit. As of last night's close in NASDAQ, we have $3,240 in profit. Our end of trend, where we get out of this market, would give us a $2,553.20 per contract profit. And the Dow, open trade equity in the Dow as of close last night was at $2,405. End of trend, where we get out of this market, again $11,600, where we get out, give us a profit of $1,475. Totals currently have open trade equity as of last night's close of $9,945, and end of trend will be at $7,400.20. So you can see, trends in futures, when used correctly, can be very successful. Just use the tools that you have available to you, and you can take advantage of some of these trades. When Trends in Futures issues a trade recommendation, and it's in agreement with the technical analysis on the charts we provide, that's a high probability trade. It's not an agreement, stay on the sidelines. So, until tonight, have a very profitable trading day.